In this problem, we want to find what the shortest time, so that means that we're going to have to take the derivative of time. So time is the same thing as distance over rate. So I'm going to have a distance or a time of when she is swimming and when she's walking. So let's draw a picture of what this is going to look like. So here is the swimmer. She's located 300 miles from the nearest port on the shore, and she wants to get to a cottage, which is 2,200 miles down the shoreline. So she's going to swim, and then she's going to walk. So that's going to be her route. It says that she walks, or she swims at 6 miles per second, and she walks at 12 miles per second. So those are her rate. So now we need to find her time. Her distance. So let's call this x. So this part is going to be 2,200 minus x. And using the Pythagorean theorem, this is going to be the square root of 90,000 minus x squared. Okay, so my equation is going to look like, going to be where she swims, and she's swimming, her distance is 90,000 minus x squared, and her rate that she swims is 6. And then we're going to have her time when she walks, which is going to be 2,200 minus x over her rate that she walks, which is 12. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify this a little, so when I take the derivative and set it equal to 0, it's easier to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take the derivative. So I'm going to have 1/6 times 1/2. Everything on the inside stays the same. I'm using the chain rule. Subtract 1 times the derivative of the inside. The derivative of 2,200 over 12 is 0, and the derivative of 1/12 x is negative 1/12. So the 1/2 and the 2 are going to cancel, and I'm left with negative x over 6 square root of 90,000 minus x squared minus 12, and that's equal to 0. So I'm going to add 12 to both sides. So I don't know if you noticed at this point that my distance for her swimming is wrong. So notice that my distance, I put 90,000 minus x squared, but when I was using the Pythagorean theorem, it's x squared plus 3 squared. So that should be a positive. So that means that my time, all those should be a positive. So when I do take the derivative, it's going to be a positive 2x, not a negative 2x. Again, I'm using for those of you guys who are still a little confused here, I'm using my Pythagorean theorem. It's going to be x, or my distance that she's going to swim is going to be squared. It's going to be a squared plus b squared. And if you take the square root, you're going to get 90,000 plus x squared, square root of that. Okay, so I'm going to have 90,000 plus x squared. So if I cross multiply, divide by 6, and then take the square of both sides, I'm going to subtract 1x, divide by 3, and take the square root. I'm going to have 173.21 meters. Okay, so we need to go back and read the question to make sure we answered it correctly. And it says, how far from the cottage should she come ashore? So x does not represent how much she's coming from the cottage. It's 2,200 minus x. So how much from the cottage should she come ashore? She should come at 2,200 minus 173.21. And that's going to be, she should come ashore at 2,026.79 meters from the cottage.